So, let's see. Where did we catch up on after last session and everything? Um, so you guys have gotten back to Freak Show Frenzy, and everyone kind of had their little tender moments away from each other after a crazy day at Macquarie. Some people has gleaned some information about what Freak Show Frenzy is truly the producing here. Others have became friends with other people or found a mentor in a way. And then there's little Solus who has just been working his damnedest inside of the food tent. So, uh, with that and everything, we're going to move into the night of Freak Show Frenzy. So, night one, Freak Show Frenzy. Everything, everyone has kind of gotten used to you know, um, man, am I that drained? Jeez. Everyone's kind of used to already being inside of Freak Show Frenzy and understanding that night one is kind of like the premiere night of being when they're in town and everything. Now, you guys constantly cycle through these four main cities in Freak Show Frenzy, and it just kind of goes up and down the railroad tracks and everything before it gets pulled off of the train tracks and everything onto like a little side track, like so that trains can go and conduct business and such. So you guys are basically in your designated areas, and from where everybody can hear, you guys hear the sounds of crowds coming, being as people in the front are kind of announcing like this is Freak Show Frenzy, welcome to Freak Show Frenzy, and everyone kind of just starts scattering amongst where they want to go. So you got a few people kind of heading to the animal sanctuary, mostly with kids and such. You have people who, kind of like on the poorer end that would go immediately to like the food stalls and such to kind of get some food because this is like their one meal of the day. People are already purchasing tickets inside of main event and inside the Freak Show Frenzy tent itself. Elf, you've got some of like the nobility that kind of like goes around the bazaar with armed guards, of course. That's just kind of like perusing items and everything. So let's just kind of like cut away really quickly and such and give you guys some fun shit to do really quickly. So uh, let's start with the top really quickly of Phoenix and Letlana and the Animal Sanctuary. It's mostly children, like, with families, parents kind of like watching their children kind of enjoy like petting random animals that are like smaller than them and such. Letlana, would your direwolf kind of just be doing anything, or is he caged?
Uh, uh, he would be watching over the smaller animals, but he would be further back to not be noticed. He
So
would
no,
not be caged,
so no touchy zone.
no touch zone, but also not caged.
Okay, Phoenix. I know that you said that Archibald would probably be in the petting zoo.
Oh yeah, Archie loves the pets.
So yeah, you guys kind of notice that children playing around, running around, parents running around. Both of you give me a perception check really quickly. Um, yeah, just give me a perception check.
That,
It's beautiful to see two tens in a row. Oh, and everything. Yeah, so amongst like a lot of the children, like nothing's really happening with the children. They're minding their P's and Q's, obviously, making sure that, you know, uh they're not pulling animals or picking them up because they're not supposed to. But amongst like the adult crowds and everything, you're kind of hearing whispers of like, should we really be out of town right now with everything that happened earlier today? He or we're just kind of using this as an excuse to kind of like get our children's minds off of what happened earlier and such. So, you guys gonna do anything while I'm on you guys?
um, Letlana is going to keep an eye on the animals for a short bit before stepping back into the more dangerous area to make sure that any animals that Grip will need for his show are ready.
They are closer to the main tent at this point because they've been moved to kind of get them prepared by Grulok, because
Yeah.
he has since moved their cages like on a wagon to kind of like put them closer to the main event tent.
Um, yeah. After that, she will try and stay in the shadows a little bit in case some certain nobles come around looking for her, but still
Okay.
within the area.
Okay. Then we'll kind of slide over. Grip, what are you currently? It's not technically your event yet in the main event. That kind of comes like later in the show series. Right now, it's just kind of like some juggling performers, like a comedian act and such. There's some like pain Olympics, like I shouldn't say that and everything, but more like breaking things over people's heads and everything for comedy relief, things like that. So what's Grip kind of doing in the situation of the main event tent?
I'm back in my dressing room, putting on my outfit, all my tassels and whatnot. A little bit of body glitter.
Yes, because that exists in this kind of time frame.
I mean, they got.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything wrong. It's whatever you say. I'm going to allow. Remember. So, yeah. So it's just kind of like quiet preparation, getting yourself ready, in such. Sorry. Gorlak has like since like knocked on your door, and like poked his head, and he's just like, right. Um, the animals are ready and everything when you're ready to step on the stage. Age and such performers are doing great. We've got kind of an audience out there here, so just keep an eye and do well, okay?
Will do.
All right. Are you going to do anything in the process other than just kind of like situating yourself?
Just situate myself, do my stretches, and keep the bottle the ringmaster gave me close by.
Yep. Keratin, you're at the bazaar here, in your kind of like little stall and such. You kind of notice that like nobility have been kind of perusing your shiny goods and such. Which, but no one really is like, none of the nobility kind of really pick anything to kind of buy, to be honest. It's and such. It's mostly kind of like the poorer class who purchases items from the bazaar area. And like because the nobility's there, they're like not able to get in there because why would the poor mingle with the rich and such. Give me a perception check really quickly.
Uh, 2D sticks. Give me 1 sec.
What?
2D sticks. I lost myself. There we go. You said perception check?
Yep.
Oh boy, I'm good at that. By good, not good at all. I guess I'm good today.
Okay. So yeah, as you kind of like listen, like I said, none of the nobility really is kind of interested in any really purchasing of anything here, but you do hear like a few snippets coming from them, and it's just like, I heard that they're going to send some of Aaron's own guard out from the temples. I don't know what's going on here, but this is why we brought guards with us. And another one kind of like they're trying their best to kind of like obviously speak to each other in a private situation, where in a public scenario. But the other one's just like, yes, I've heard quite a lot about that actually. E, so we probably shouldn't mingle too long here. Just like a nice little outing and such. Why don't we go to the main tent and kind of like look at the little stands of freaks inside there as they kind of walk off.
Oh boy. I wonder if Keratin would even really know who Aaron's guards would even be. Guards is in the term, so can't be good.
More think of it as like a religious sect. Like you could do a religion roll if you want to.
Oh god. I could try. Okay. Not bad.
So each of the cities, in each of the cities there are two temples, and then kind of like a minor temple towards the god Achilles. So the two major temples will be Aaron and Michael for the two main gods and such. Each of them also has kind of like it's not like a standing army, but it's like a standing group of like people who serve the Lord and such. And as such, it's like they serve like the higher ups of the temples and everything. So Makori also has Makori is more of a they more follow Michael versus Aaron, but Aaron's followers are just as devout and strong inside of each of the main cities as Michael. Well, in the cities that he's not more relegated and worshipped in. And so when they say like they're going to send the guard of a religion, though, it's like some paladins and clerics are going to go and check out what the hell is going on and such. And with kind of like a passive insight of what happened recently, you know that the reason why they're doing this is because an angel literally came from the sky.
My bad. Is Kronk around? He's supposed to be like my bodyguard, right? While I'm selling stuff.
Yeah, he's standing next to your stall, just kind of like, looking muscly and menacing.
Would he as much time as we've been together and stuff, if I like needed to go to a potty break or something, who would I call upon to just take the stall for a moment?
You just shut the stall down for a bit.
But you said it's like
you can
busy.
You can have Krunk go into your stall. There will be consequences.
Oh no.
You never leave your stall because Krunk is not the same size as you for what that is.
Keratin's got a lot on his mind and he has to. And then hearing this only adds to it, and the poor little guy's coming to a realization as these nobles are talking, and he's just like, the normalcy of this is just blending together for him as, people come and go all the time to buy the potions and things, and it's he can't focus on it because he's focusing on something else. And so he's going to do something that he doesn't normally do. He's going to look over Kronk. Hey, bud.
Yeah, boss.
How you doing?
I'm good. Got some nice sweet pie from, Ashlyn inside the food tent earlier. You want one? And as he holds out like a, kind of like a muffin that's not, like, how do I explain this? It's more like, it looks like the size, huh?
A hand pie, a pasty.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of like the shape of a muffin, but if you bite into it, instead of it being filled with bread and like muffin, it's like meats and gravy and such.
Yeah, that'd be the same as a hand pie.
Then yeah, let's say a hand pie. Man, I'd love to have a hand pie.
Just break me off a pitch there, Kronk.
Puts one next to you. Like, okay.
He takes it and he'll just put it under his mask a little bit, just messily just consume it. Hey, Kronk.
He goes, yeah.
Do you think we're bad people?
No, why would you think we're bad people, boss?
I don't think we're bad people. I just think we have bad solutions to bad problems.
I don't know what you mean. Well, that coffee's kicking in. Go on, I'm
Literally
waiting.
hear it in real time.
I'm halfway through the cup.
I mean, we're here selling things. And he's gonna
Okay.
he's gonna make sure, he's keeping his voice kind of low. We don't sell truthful things here.
I'm gonna make a perception check really quickly. So go ahead and give me a. What do I want to do this with?
Deception?
Give me a deception. Yeah.
Or would it be persuasion since he's telling the truth?
I'd say deception, and then I'll give you the
Okay.
reason why.
Okay.
That's 1 for 1 shop owner. That's 2 for 2 shop owners. That's 3 for 3 shop owners, and that's the last shop owner. Okay, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 7.
All of the shop owners have now looked at you because, again, it's still nobility. They're not really the nobility is not even paying attention to any of you. They're just kind of looking at the wares and such. And all of the shop owners have since now turned to look at you with like these eyes of like, the fuck do you mean not selling or like selling bad or fake items? And like one of them who like sells like she's just literally selling flowers and everything and like assortments of like like bouquets and everything, and like pulls out a copper wire, points it at you, and it's just like, you're the only one that sells fake shit, dude. Oh, excuse my language. You're the only one that sells fake stuff here, dude. It's not us. You're the problem. We thought that after you would make that pact, you would have gotten wiser about it. I don't think that anybody truly really cares and everything. Some people buy these things because they just need a little bit of hope, boss. I think that even if they're not the best items, and he's not being quiet about any of this. He's just like, I don't think that it really matters if it's kind of a situation of being the best or not, or being like real or not, boss. I think it's just more of like, this thing can give hope, and hope is all that really matters, right? We sell them at really good deals.
Well, I mean, and he's just gonna give a sigh, and his head's just gonna droop a bit.
Boss, do you need a break?
I think I need to go talk to boss.
Am I gonna be the one? Am I gonna be the boss now in the
Listen.
sales part?
Listen, the stuff sells
Already
itself. All you
He's
gotta
already
do,
reaching for the door.
all you gotta do is take the money. There's a little bag on a shelf. Put the money in the bag. Take the money. Put it in the bag. That's all you gotta do.
What if I have to give change? I can give change. It's okay. I know how many coins go into a coin.
How many coins go into a coin, Kronk?
What coin are we talking about, boss?
How many silvers and a gold?
50. You want to do an inside check?
I'm asking as player. I actually don't know. Are we following the normal?
So my tendency on this and everything is 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold.
Okay, so
And
okay.
100 gold to a platinum.
Okay.
Because platinum is extremely rare. So you would absolutely know 50 is absolutely wrong.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, as player, do I know that's wrong?
You do. And your 13 insight is like, that's not right in the slightest. He's gonna make you go broke.
Okay, Kronk. Okay, Kronk. Listen, it's 10 for 10. Wait, it's 10 for 1, 10 for 1. 10 copper, 10 copper, 1 silver, 10 silver, 1 gold.
And then a noble kind of pokes his head. And what about a platinum, little one? Oh, that's a very pretty glowing potion there. How much is that one, and what does it do?
A platinum.
Oh, dear you. What does it do?
It allows you to breathe fire.
What does it do? Like, this is the DM to you. What does it actually do? Does it actually let him breathe fire?
Maybe.
I am not the person to lie to. You can't lie to me.
I was thinking more roll a die and hope for the best.
Oh, we're gonna wild magic this because I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Oh, baby, give me a percentile.
Oh no! It better not be a fucking another 100. I'm gonna fucking shit myself.
Hey, roll 100.
Okay, 56.
Let me pull this up, and it does not let them breathe fire. Do you think your character would know what this would do then, or are you just gonna stick to that story of breathing fire?
I think he would know what they do just by testing them with Kronk.
Oh, you. Okay, well, I don't think Kronk has drank this potion because he would not be Kronk right now. It will change so what this does is it will immediately swap the gender of the person that drinks it and the race into I roll a d8 and then it gives me the race. And he's just like, so now if I drink this potion, I will breathe fire forever. Is that what you're saying? For 1 platinum. I'll gladly be able to breathe fire for 1 platinum for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, he can't. Oh, okay. Hold on. Players making. Okay, so
Don't
character.
panic, this is your business.
Character
Literally
would.
sitting here.
Character's
Literally
going
sitting
through
here.
a bit of a personal dilemma right now.
And then I'll buy that from you for 1 platinum.
Okay, look. It's not going to make you breathe potion forever. Fire forever. Okay?
Oh. Well, then I want a discount. How long will it make me breathe fire?
Listen. What it really does is it will change your, hoo-ha! You kind of point down to his crotch. It'll change you into, less of a man, let's say. And it will change your race, too.
Puts a copper, or like puts like 4 gold down. It's just, I'll take it.
You're gonna take it even though I told you what it does.
For 4 gold, yes, I'll take it.
He looks at Kronk for a moment, and then looks
Kronk
back.
just looks at you and goes,
And he'll take the 4 gold and give it to Kronk.
The potion?
No,
Or the noble?
He'll take the money. Oh, I'll take the 4 gold. That's fine. That's
All right.
fair.
And the potion.
And he'll hand him the potion.
This noble turns around immediately, grabbing his guard, who is female. And it's just, my love, we don't have to hide ourselves anymore. Drink this potion. And she chugs it. And, like, keep in mind, this is a male noble, female, like, bodyguard and everything. So I'm going to roll a d8.
I kind of hope it's an orc.
So this human is now... That's funny. This female human is now a male Aarakocra.
Whoa!
As like you see like them shudder horribly, and you hear snapping of bones and everything, and then feathers and a beak. And like the noble's just like, oh, you're beautiful. I've never fallen even more in love with you than now. And he's just like, run away with me. I love you. I want to leave that bitch of an ex-wife. And like this Aarakocra just like picks this like small, like skinny elven man and runs off.
Like, fuck you. Sorry. Like, oh my god.
Like the other nobles have like looked and they're like,
Keratin's like grabbing pieces of that pie, and I can only imagine him and Crocker just eating this like popcorn now, just watching silently.
It's kind of a situation of basically like a Maury situation, like Maury, as you guys just eat these like meat pies, and like the nobility kind of sits there, and then like after they've run off, one of the nobles is just like, well, Jefferson was always kind of the weird one of the nobility, but I guess he does deserve some happiness. After all, Angelica did run off with all of his money. He Hibbins, I need more wine! And like you see like a little gnome waddle out and like start pouring wine into a goblet. By the way, these nobles are like carrying like goblets and like drinking wine consistently. And they're like, although I do have plans. Good sir, do you have more of those potions?
How many potions? I mean, I guess.
No. No, you don't. I'm not giving you any more of them. And if you want to make them, you can. It will cost you spell slots, though.
So it costs me blood. Got it.
Yeah, it kind of does, actually, with it being a wild magic spell.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like a drop of blood in each potion. But don't tell anyone that. That's the company's secret.
It's the secret ingredient with the 12 secret spices and herbs.
That's why his potions are the only potions like them in the land. Cannot be recreated. Yeah, Crocker! Watch the stand for a moment. I gotta...
Hey, boss, I just want to mention, you did real good there. We're not bad guys. See, you were a good guy there.
I am a good guy. Deep down, I was. Once.
Boss, I'm literally trying to connect and compliment you, and you are making that difficult.
Thank you, Kronk.
Thank you. Go find boss.
Remember, 10 to 1, 10 to 1.
And he, like, opens the door to let you out and then climbs in. I'm going to make a check really quickly. Oh, yeah. And you hear a crash, but he's now fully in there. Arms on counter. And he's just like, it's okay. None of the potion got on me, boss.
Oh, no. Like Bull in a freaking China shop, and he's just coated in all the potions at once. Oh, no.
But, yeah.
Keratin will shut the door and cringe under his mask and just start waddling towards boss tent.
Okay, so we're gonna swing down as you kind of maneuver your way to FreakShow Frenzy tent and everything. Solus, it's a packed tent and everything. None of like you've got your companions and everything inside of like the tent that are helping you cook, get things kind of set up and everything. And such. Meat pies are kind of like the big kind of showstopper because they're really filling for like the poverty class and everything. Some like sweet tarts and everything, some like little like baked goods that are like sweets and stuff. Not cookies per se, but like, loaves of bread with like fruits in them that make them crisp that you could just kind of like bite and feel the crunch in. And everything, like an apple strudel. Well, and such, and some like your people like inside the tent that work with you are like buzzing around as like there's a line outside of the tent, and then there's like a full packed like, like all the benches are fully packed. Nobody in the seating area is any of the troop that works at FreakShow Frenzy. There are some individuals that are kind of like inside the tent that are kind of like entertaining the children and some of the more jovial adults and such. And I should also mention that the liquor is like kind of flowing for the adults and such. Like it's mostly meads, like sweet meads. Nothing too much to get anybody kind of like drunk because they don't want that. Like this is not something that they want inside a freak show frenzy and such. But yeah,
Just a mild buzz.
yeah.
we want sweet to keep the money flowing.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you kind of doing in this situation? Have I lost him?
I'm
Who?
sorry, were you?
You!
Oh, I'm trying to figure out.
You're innocent!
I wasn't sure you were talking to me, or you're still talking to Keratin, or you're talking to
He's talking to you.
You're the only
Okay.
chef here.
I did say
I'm just, well, most likely I'll be constantly making sure we have different pasties up and being made. We'll have like the fancy ones, which is like just filled with meat for the nobles and stuff. The more
the nobles.
delicate ones, fancier
Like-
ones, and then we'll have just the plain ones. Will be like some meat and lots of vegetables, like potatoes and carrots, onions and stuff.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
other ones, just for the more common, they'll be cheaper and stuff.
Look, I just ate like not that long ago and everything, and this is already making me hungry. So,
I know how to actually make these, so yeah, no, they're really good.
but yeah, so you get through like most of like the situation of like feeding the masses and such, and a moment into like this entire situation, as like the crowd starts to die down, and like lots of time has passed. Oh, I can't even remember who the head of the food tent is. I forgot what I named my little halfling friend character here and everything. I don't want to name her Goldie because that would be hilarious, but no. Oh man.
Martha?
I could see
No.
being Goldie though, actually.
Oh
yeah,
my
you would.
God.
I mean, you know a Goldie. Both you and Cameron know a Goldie.
Yes, we do.
I think I'm just gonna H. Give me an H. Let's call her
Heather.
I was gonna say Heather. So yeah, let's go with Heather and everything. So Heather is kind of just like sitting there, like counting the copper pieces and everything, putting like 10 on a scale to make sure they weigh, and then as it the copper shrinks down into a silver and such. There is magic going on as she does this before she tosses it in there and stuff, and she's like, okay, and that is 7 gold, 4 silver, and 3 copper. That's not bad. We've done really well for today, for day 1. Oh, Solus, when you're done cleaning up the area that you're in and everything, we've got probably another rush coming here later, but there's a man and woman that's outside of the tent that says they wanted to talk to the individuals that went into town. I told them that we're not allowed to let them kind of like interrogate anybody inside of town. So just giving you kind of the heads up that there's some people looking for you and the group that was in town earlier today.
Oh, okay. Thanks for giving me a heads up on that.
Yeah, I should also mention that they were wearing like the symbol on their chest plates, the symbol of Aaron.
Aaron, so
Like the god.
would Solus remember them as the guards, or would Solus just be kind of like? Because I was sure a lot of happened, so I'm not sure if would Solus. Would the guards be big enough that would Solus remember that, or would he be kind of confused about that?
Give me an insight, or not an insight check. No, yeah, give me an insight check into your own memories.
Okay. How did that go? I don't think so. I'm trying one time. Oh. 20,
A
dirty
dirty-
20.
Beautiful. It's so you know that the guards of the town of Macquarie had their own sigils for like the town sigil, meaning like we are town guards only for the only for Macquarie. We're not here for like any noble personally. We're not here for any religion personally. We are here to protect and maintain
The
order
city.
inside the town.
Yeah, they're the city guards / militia.
Yeah, the people that Heather is talking about is definitely kind of a situation of this is something more involving like the religious side of, Macquarie and such. So,
I
but she's just like, I don't think you guys are in trouble or anything. I hope you're not in trouble because like this is like the premiere day for McCory and such, and like
Yeah.
after everything that happened with Boblin and the ringmaster kind of throwing a fit and saying like, oh, we need to leave immediately, but then deciding against it like a few moments later and such. I just don't want any more stress to happen and such and everything,
Definitely.
So
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is, and everything, as she like hands you a little pouch of red powder inside, she like palms some red powder into your hand. It's in like a little tea bag, but she's
Uh,
like if you get yourself in like a sticky situation, just throw this at them and you'll be fine.
what does it do?
Oh, winks. And she's like, it'll just, you just gotta tell them like, oh, there's nothing here, and then they'll just leave.
Oh, okay.
From DM to player, it's basically it's like a mind altering powder. They do have to make a con check when they do this and everything, but if you get the powder on them, essentially if they fail the con checks, they will believe whatever you say the next thing you say.
I see.
Jedi mind trick in powder form. Yes, exactly as Cameron said on Discord.
We're not the Minotaurs you're looking for.
I mean, you could say that, yes. So, but anyway, so she's like, so just kind of see what they're doing and such, and then come back and clean up the rest of your stuff.
Okay.
Wink.
I'll thank Heather, finish up what I was doing, and then head out.
Okay. Yeah. So when you go, when you step outside of the tent, you definitely see, it is we'll just put you right there and everything. There is a cleric and a paladin and everything, armed like they've got full plate mail on, except they're not wearing the helmets. The sigil of Aaron on like, it's not like on plate mail, but you know how like in paladins like they wear like robes over the plate mail that show like the sigil on their chest,
I
kind of
see.
like
Their
that.
tartan.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Hey, so and like the cleric has like a tower shield on her back and like a mace on her side, and the paladin has like a great sword. As they look at you and they go, "Oh, excuse me, good sir. I have a quick question about the carnival that we're at. Do you mind if we have a little chat?"
Sure.
And they're not gonna like drag you or anything. They're just like we know that I don't like to call the place by its name. Freak Show Frenzy just kind of feels wrong on the tongue. I apologize. I should also mention they're both very much human. They're
Okay.
just and the cleric is just like, I'll talk for him instead. Hi, I am Agatha, and this is my partner Martin. We are members of the Church of Aaron, and we had heard rumors that a little caravan of yours came into town with a few minotaurs, some children, and when an earthquake happened in town and you all ran off, and as you ran off, a situation came from the sky in the form of an angel of Aaron's. I don't know if you were necessarily part of it, or if anybody and who particular was part of it. We're just trying to gather information because as an event like this is kind of inspiring for the people, So,
Mm-hmm.
do you know of who in the area? Uh, do you know who in Freak Show Frenzy summoned this angel, or who was part of that caravan?
Um.
And look, I
Now,
didn't.
question on this.
Is
Now,
this to me or to them?
this would be more to you, just for clarifying, because technically, when I say this, I don't think that would be deception, because technically Solus would not know exactly, because when it happened after both Keratin and Carvos decided to take a leap off the end of the cart. But before the cart, that's when I started going to meditation to help with the children. So my eyes were closed basically for the whole thing, and trying to help keep the children calm as well. Just keep praying to Eris for
Do you want to give me a persuasion with advantage because you did just say that?
yeah.
Absolutely, I'll take that. What exactly are you going to tell them?
I'm gonna tell them that yes, I'm basically gonna tell them kind of a little bit what happened. It's like we were in town handing out the flyers. The earthquake happened. Someone tried to grab one of the kids, and then we had to stop them and stuff. And then we thought it's too dangerous. We must get the children out of here. So we left right away. And then when we were jumping the cart, some of our other associates jumped on too, and one of them was definitely uh, badly injured, and the children were upset. And I taught them all that we should pray and try to help calm them down. And I explained, so I taught them how to pray, and then we went into prayer, and we prayed to Eris. And then at some point,
wait. You said you prayed to Aaron?
yeah.
Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, because we all did our chanting and stuff, praying and stuff.
Right.
And at some
Okay.
point, and then when we were done, two of the companions were missing, and that's all I know. That's all that Solus would have known. Then we just roll then persuasion then?
Give me, well, yes, you'll take a persuasion with advantage really quickly.
Okay.
I'm loving what Phoenix is sending.
Yeah, don't want. Okay, once again.
Listening on the phone
Why
in the
is that-
bathroom.
Okay, I wanted that, but
True gamer mode.
oh, I'm gonna have to roll twice. I don't give no more roll.
If you are on a computer, you can
Oh,
write.
that's good. I'll take that 14.
14.
It's better than a
Yeah,
1.
I would take the 14. Okay, and now give me an insight check. It's not a high insight check.
No more roll for that.
Like, I think you just have to beat a 4.
Oh yeah, or 13.
Yeah, no, like, so your explanation has, like, as you start the explanation, they're like, yes, no, we like the earthquake was kind of a bad situation for everybody and stuff, and we would love, like, protecting the children and is one of the, like, protecting the innocents is like one of Aaron's tenets, so we understand and such. And then as you continue with like what happened, and then you say we were praying to Aaron, and as you are watching them as you're explaining this, and you see both of them like look side eye at each other, like, click, something happened, and they're like, okay, we just heard that, and an angel came down from the heavens itself and everything. And they're just like, and after all of that, your insight check will glean basically that is going to determine something.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not going to tell you what, but they basically go, I appreciate your honesty, good sir. What is your name again?
Solus.
And she doesn't hold her hand out, but Martin does, as he's just like, we appreciate your honesty, Solus. Are the children doing okay now?
Yes, I believe so.
Thank you.
They seem doing much better now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And do you shake his hand?
Let's see. I think so. Yeah, so I would say Solus would.
Okay. And you shake his hand, and as you let go, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Come on, please be high. Nope. 12.
And you just shake his hand, and he nods to you, and he says, "Well, keep protecting the children. That's what really matters in the eyes of Aaron."
Did he just zone of truth him?
No. He would be standing here longer to talk to him if it was Zone of Truth. And they said, "Well, we have to continue this investigation and such. Please have a fantastic night and everything." As they kind of like walk off and everything.
Well, even if they did Zone of Truth, I said the truth, so.
You did. You
Poor
certainly
Solus.
did.
He's such a heart of gold.
I love him. He plays. look, Kilo plays wonderful characters. And yeah, so Solus, are you gonna do anything else really quick? Are you gonna go anywhere else? Are you gonna head back into the food tent?
I'll head most likely back into food tent and keep making pasties.
Okay, I'll be
Pasties.
right back, everybody. Don't do anything crazy.
I'm gonna
Flips
take this
First,
table.
that seemed
opportunity
impossible
to
for
get
this
more
group.
water.
This can only lead to good things, right?
Cobalt screams.
Right?
Oh, we're all fucked.
What else
We're
could
all
happen? Wow, wow.
royally
I
screwed.
just heard him give a hearty villain laugh from his room, so I am not cool with this.
The
I'll be
peek
right
behind
back.
the
I'm
curtain.
grabbing water.
I don't like that either.
So we all
What did
blame
you-
Solus for
Oddly
whatever
enough,
happens
his
next.
villain laugh kind of reminds me of the Tim Curry Pennywise laugh. The
Huh?
wah
Huh? Huh? Oh God, no. Huh? Huh?
I mean, he could have the Seth Green laugh. Or the Seth Rogen laugh.
No.
no.
Sounds
Oh,
like a
is that
car
the-
muffler.
It sounds like a idling a weed whacker.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about now.
Or he could,
Nothing.
Nothing
or
at
he
all.
could
I
Nothing
heard
at
you
all.
give
have
a
the Mandarin
villain laugh as you left.
Oh, it wasn't a laugh. Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of was a laugh and everything. I don't know if they all heard it over your microphone, but anyways, yeah, but
Oh.
anyways, moving over to the pleasure tent and such. Cavaro, are you truly outside watching this entire exchange of Solus?
Cavaro has placed himself at the entrance of the
Alright,
tent
I'm
to
back.
greet possible newcomers and customers, answer questions, as you do.
Okay. Give me a. Oh, man, this is a difficult. Give me a. Well, what kind of check do you want to give to kind of like get people interested into coming into the pleasure tent? Because I'm not gonna lie, your stature kind of like intimidates a lot of people. Oh, that looks fucking delicious!
Yep, those are what I'm making.
I hate you.
Why would you know?
We're gonna go with a flat charisma.
Okay, yeah, give me a charisma check really quickly. What a beautiful, beautiful. So, you're flattering. Like, it glows and everything. Honestly, like, probably Celeste is, like, put dancing lights around you as a spell to kind of, like, get people interested in being like, you don't have to be scared of Cavaro. He's just a big, lovable man and such. And people kind of, like, the ones that are kind of, like, there only for this and to kind of, like, leave afterwards and such. So like a few people like come up and like ask questions and and everything. And eventually though, there is like the line kind of like cuts down, there's not a lot left and everything. And this is like a few hours of you entertaining people outside and everything. No one has called on you personally. Cameron, in the process in that same aspect though, you've kind of had like a few people like send and ask for an invitation and such. Um, so you have had plenty of time to kind of like do things to kind of prepare for the night, and such. But in that same aspect, Kavara, you have noticed that like the paladin cleric over there were talking to Solus, who was outside,
Uh-huh.
and as they kind of walk away, they also like lock eyes with you. And give me a perception check really quickly. I'll add 4 to that and everything. You only had to beat 10, but I am adding. Oh, actually, give me it with advantage. Roll one more time, and let's see if the advantage will help you remember something. It does! Goody! The perfume that you smelled when going to the nobility district back in Macquarie is wafting off of the cleric and such, as she has locked eyes with you. It's a lot more.
Interesting.
It's a lot more potent as they kind of have walked up and such. Martin kind of more like has like put his arm out to kind of like stop Agatha from moving too close, and he's just like, Good evening. I see this is a tent for pleasure.
Yes.
Uh,
Why?
oh no, we are just two followers of Aaron, and we come out to kind of like ask questions about a situation that happened earlier this day. A and we're not here to judge or anything. We accept all forms of life and happiness amongst people.
I think we can spare the pleasantries. Yes?
And he's just gonna, out of his outfit of silks, he's gonna pull out a dangling medallion for the symbol of Aaron.
And he just goes, "Brother, thank." Okay. Hey, so and he like leans in. He's just like, "Okay, do you know what happened earlier today when the angel came out of the sky of Aaron?"
No.
Deception check, please.
Straight no.
Yeah, just give me a straight deception, and I'll take that insight. I will tell you, their insight is a +3, or his insight. Agatha is too far away to listen.
Ooh.
Like she
Oh
can.
God.
Ouch,
Don't
ouch,
matter,
ouch,
natural
ouch,
one.
ouch, ouch.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
Oh, you.
You were supposed to
Me?
get the low rolls out of the way.
Martin kind of like stands there with that abrupt no, and he just goes, "Oh, truly, you know nothing about what happened outside of the city. A that pertains to maybe a host wagon with children escaping the city. I would think that a brother in faith would kind of be a little more open about discussion, especially when it comes to the like our Father in heaven."
Takes a long moment to ponder the answer. He's gonna
Like
make it obvious. There's no hiding it.
right. Martin like like he can't lean. Well, actually no, he can. So he pulls out his like broadsword, like his two-handed sword, stabs it to the ground and leans on it a little bit. Like not enough to put too much weight as he pulls a pipe out, lights it and like sucks in.
Eyes the pipe wantingly, but he knows his auntie's watching.
It just head pokes out. "Excuse me, not near the pleasure tent, gentlemen."
I was just about to brief him, Auntie. Thank you.
Pokes head back in. Just hello, no, bye bye. It's just like, why don't we take this around the corner then, shall we?
No, this is my posting. Look, I don't understand why it happened, but obviously it happened. I couldn't give you a proper answer if I had any real idea of how it all works.
We're looking for a name. That's all.
If you're
Plain
looking
and
for anything beyond a trip inside this abode behind me, you'll have to speak with the ringmaster.
See, that's the thing. Is that we've tried to, but there has been a let's see, who did I talk to? I talked to a little goblin man named Boblin, and he said that the ringmaster is not meeting with anybody tonight. And the thing is that we would rather have this done sooner than later. And being a man of the faith, we would think that you could kind of help us out here, right? All we're asking, we're not, look, again, nothing to do with the pleasure tent, nothing to do with the circus. We're just looking for a name. Who summoned an angel? The moment we get that name, we will leave Freak Show Frenzy alone. Insight check. Yeah, they would probably leave Freak Show Frenzy absolutely alone after, they get a name.
Your intentions may be good, but we're outsiders to the city, as much you are to our little city. So I don't know if I could help you, even if I had the right information to offer.
Very well. And he pokes his head around like to look inside before like holding his pipe up, going like, "Come on, you can at least have one smoke, right? Right? I'll blame myself if should she poke her head out."
Oh yeah, he's gonna grab for it.
And you smoke it?
Yeah.
Give me a give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Damn it, Kavaro, your smoking habit is gonna ruin us all.
Oh, it's already ruining stuff.
Oh, I'm mad. He passed it. So
It takes a deep lungful.
you
Probably
do.
burns all the way through his current little bowl in there.
But it definitely feels real good, like good enough, like it makes you feel even more at ease. And as you let the smoke out, you see a twinkle in the human's eyes, and he goes, "Are you sure you just don't have a single name?" And you can continue to lie.
That is proper tobacco. Mm.
I mean, we have good stores at the church. You know, you can swing by the church anytime.
Well, after the impact of your city on our visit earlier this morning, I don't know if I feel safe leading another expedition into your walls.
Wait, good sir. What do you mean impact? What happened in city? We heard that it was an earthquake.
It was an earthquake.
I mean, earthquakes aside, the church is always.
It's. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's not very safe, is it?
Like at this point, he's like fully stood up straight and everything. He's like, "What, kind sir? What are you trying to say about my fair city?"
Well, if there are earthquakes, then I'd rather not put any of our employees in danger.
He kind of sits there. He's just like, right, because we can actively stop the force of nature. Picks up two-handed sword, scabbards it, like puts it back in its scabbard. Heard, right. Anyways, he takes his pipe back. Well, it seems we're not gonna get much information, but that's okay. I appreciate everything. And as Celeste has poked her head out because she smells like the wafting of the tobacco, and she goes, I've already said once, not next to the entrance of the tent, please. And like the man has like looked over. He says, right. I know. Oh, I forgive me. I'm just a little at ends. And Celeste kind of like nods her head, and she says, "Do come back tomorrow, though, if you want to speak to the ringmaster. The ringmaster will be out tomorrow." Oh, and they both nod and they said, we should separate for the night and everything. And it is very nice to meet a man of the faith. As like he leads Agatha away and such.
He waits till they're out of earshot and then turns back to Auntie Celeste.
I don't like that.
I mean, whatever do you mean? This is kind of just the norm, isn't it? Well, except the whole angel coming out of the sky and everything.
Auntie.
You should also just kind of keep a wary eye, mind you. There's a lot more than just those two kind of wandering around around FreakShow Frenzy.
Why do you think I'm posted here tonight? I don't trust anything about today.
I should also mention you do have one call of like one individual. Well, and I did warn him that it was going to be like you were not available for a call, and he insisted that he would wait all night for you.
Really?
I haven't posted him up in your room or anything and such. It was the oddest thing. I don't know. But he said that he would wait all night until the merriment has ended. He would wait even longer if he had to. And such. I think he's currently browsing the bazaar. But again, and such, just kind of stick to your post, okay, dear?
I'll do that.
Okay. And
It's
she got
nice to have a fan. That's a welcome change of pace. I do know that I look rather enticing.
I should also mention that he does also reek with magic. I don't know. I didn't get a good. I know Pierre was the one that kind of like settled him in, and she pulls out like like a clipboard with like names, and she's just um it just says of the drowned one, but that's it.
Of the
Like
drowned one.
I don't know and everything. Perhaps when you meet this young man, you can talk to him and such. But either way, uh, before I will take position here for a moment, but can you go check on Cameron and see how he's like settling in for the night?
Very well.
Okay, and she kind of like trades spots with you and such. And as you go in, give me a perception roll. Um, you don't see it, but Celeste like puts her hand up to her, like puts like her sleeve up to her mouth. But you do smell the distinct smell of something that you love to smell coming from Celeste.
Oh, that hypocrite. I bet she smokes the good
Nice.
stuff too. Ah, fine.
I mean,
I'll-
you could always do an investigation in her room if you would attempt that. But yeah, so
I have
Cameron.
a compatriot to check on.
So, yeah, you make your way to Cameron's room and everything. In front of all of your doors, there is like the signage of like what is kind of like happened, like what you are getting into inside of your rooms. And there is like a little light that shines, like a green light meaning okay, red light means in use and such. And Cameron's light is green and such. Cameron, you've gone through a night and everything. You've had a few calls and such. Um, you're kind of in the middle of like a lax time because the lines have like died down. It's been a few hours and such. What are you kind of doing after all was said and done?
Uh, I guess at the moment, I am just kind of lounging in the main room of my room and everything. Not just kind of uh, laying in the cushions. I have like a hand dulcimer that I'm kind of just lazily playing. Um, and then I'd say that as Cavaro approaches, I get an image in my head, and and I'm just like, oh, someone's not here. No, that's odd and everything. But I change into what that image is because I'm just used to not necessarily being allowed to like be told ahead of time who is like coming to see me, and I'm still wearing that ring. So I change into what do I change into, Kavaro?
Well, it's actually a bit of an unusual situation. This would be a first for you, whereas most people have a firm, fixed idea, even subconsciously, of the things that they desire most. If you glance into a mirror to see your reflection, you'd see your face, your body shifting consistently. There is no one fixed state. It goes between both genders and a number of different races, and they all blend into one another.
Okay. I sit there. I'm like, well, I have no idea what to do with that. No, so I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna stay as myself. Not as Kavaro comes into the room.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right actually for my first night. I and I kind of give you like a weird look, like I'm trying to figure out what I just kind of saw in my head. I'm just like, never mind. Yeah, how can I help you?
Actually, I was coming to ask you the same thing. Auntie Celeste wanted me to check on you, see how your progress is, your morale, see how you're doing.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I'm doing all right and everything. I think I'm adjusting well and everything. I'll be honest, been nice to, it's been nice to actually, have some agency in my work and everything. So, yeah, just, that's more what I'm getting used to and everything.
Hmm. Tell me, do you smoke?
Uh, what are we
Over about
talking?
Well, I have a hookah that I've managed to smuggle from the last town. I haven't been able to break it in yet. Auntie Celeste has
Oh,
no
yes,
idea
yes,
I
yes.
have it.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that.
Good. When all is said and done tonight, I'll bring it over.
All right. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to get back to making rounds, checking on the other clients, the ones that are still here. Actually, be mindful once you step out of the tent. There are two, possibly among many, people here asking questions about events that happened earlier today.
Oh, you mean the angel?
Yes, that.
I think that would kind of
Got it.
actually I think that would kind of come up in kind of like questions amongst the like patrons of yours. It'd be like, did you hear like because you know the pleasure tent also kind of comes with its own like hints of gossip and such. Like probably one of your patrons, after seeing that you actually have like a dulcimer and you play it, would just be like, I'm just gonna lounge next to you and I just want you to play me beautiful music. And that's all. They don't like not all people expect, what you would expect and such. It was just it can kind of go any way, shape, and form, and such. So maybe they just want a beautiful man or a beautiful woman to play the music, like, and such. And like, honeyed words can loosen lips and such of just like, oh, oh, I heard that some members of the Church of Aaron have come out to kind of investigate the situation involving an angel. So it would not be kind of like, uncommon knowledge for you to know that this is happening.
Yeah. Well, that and I mean,
I just stabbed myself.
I mean that and I also like kind of saw from afar at the same time that the ringmaster did and everything. But I
Right.
mean, I know what you mean. Um, yeah, no, no, thanks for the warning and everything. If it's
Also,
all, yeah, if it's all the same though, I will probably just hunker down in here and probably not venture out into the freak show really until we end for the night.
this is your refuge. Treat it as you will. Oh, and I don't know what kind of training you've had in the passions of the flesh, but I do have a couple extra tomes in my room if you need to uh, look at some more exotic techniques.
Okay. And we slide away from the pleasure tent for a while and such. Going back really quickly because I was gonna go back up and go clockwise and everything. However, before I do that, we're gonna swing back down to Solus. Solus, I would like you to, because you were part of the above ground group, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
It's not a high perception check.
Give me 1 second. Let me bring it up. A 17.
You, as you kind of like, again, the tent has kind of like emptied out and such. Lots of people at this point and everything, it's kind of just like the last few people that have kind of like wandered into Freak Show Frenzy and such, you see a couple walk in with like one guard standing next to them, but instead of like the crest that you've seen for McCory and the crest that you've seen for like the followers of Aaron and such, you see a very different crest. I don't know if one of the characters has this crest on their armor at all. Still, do you have that crest still with you, Letlana?
Not on her armor, but
As a necklace,
she
though,
had.
right?
Yes.
So yeah, you don't like you see this crest. I don't know if Letlana has shown you the necklace, but it'd have to be a very high check on an insight. Like really quickly, let's do this. Letlana, have you shown this crest to anybody in Freak Show Frenzy?
Aside from the ringmaster, no.
Okay. I will give you an insight check because you were there when Letlana got you out of the city. Or not an insight check, but a history check and everything.
Okay.
You have to beat a 20.
Ooh. Would he have also seen her mother prior to the quote unquote attack?
Yeah. Because he
So
would be
technically
watching.
there would have been a guard. There would have been a guard with the same.
There was two.
Yeah.
She was like to the left and right of her. There was two. It's still a 20 though. Give me that history
Okay,
check really
I
quickly.
got it, but I have 6. I have 0, so we'll find out.
Yep. So you got to get a nat.
Nope. 13.
You watch as this couple walks in, an older couple, mind you, followed by a guard. They walk up to Heather for a quick moment and everything, and with that say, this woman has more of like not like it's not in a hushed voice, but she's not speaking like demands or anything. It's just, excuse me, I was wondering if you could give me information. I'm looking for someone in the circus. Their name is Letlana. And Heather kind of like sits there, gives her own like inquisitive stare and such, and she goes, well, we've got a lot of Letlanas around, but I don't know exactly, like, just kind of like wander around the circus and stuff. You should be able to find them. And like the woman kind of like nods. Give me an insight on these two really quickly.
Eep.
19.
So you could see that the woman is just like, as she's asking, is more of like a distraught ask. Like, I'm trying to desperately find this person. And as she gets the answer, she kind of like like visibly relaxes, like, okay, so she's answered that Letlana is in the circus. That's all I need to know. I can find my daughter. Or the man, however, you can kind of feel in the air a kind of like nervous tension coming from him. And as like they entered slowly, as that answer she has like since placed like 5 gold on the counter and has left, dragging her husband and the guard with her. Cavaro, if you are back outside during this moment and everything, you see the nobles that have walked into the food tent and such. And they will walk up to you and they just go, she goes, excuse me, hey, I'm looking for someone in particular that's part of the circus. I'm looking for my daughter, Letlana. Are they inside of, and she like looks in the pleasure tent, like, are they in here?
No, I don't believe anyone by that name is within the tent behind me. Madam.
You see relief flood her face. Like, oh, thank God. Okay. She's like, thank you so much and everything. Do you by chance know where I could find her?
Well, it's hard to say. We have a number of employees that come and go as they please between cities. you'd have to direct any questions you've got toward the ringmaster for specifics of that nature. I
Y'all are
spend
so
most of my
cruel to
time
the
here.
Y'all are so cruel to the NPCs I invent for you guys.
Hold on, I'll go get my manager.
Oh, give me a second and everything, because I'm about to get into that with the man instead of the wife. She's like, right. Well, thank you anyways, my good sir. As she like palms 5 gold to you and has since walked off, heading straight north to the animal sanctuary. Granny Matilda has since made it back and everything, and has started giving like feed to the children to kind of start feeding the animals and everything as late as it is and such. Letlana and Phoenix, give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Also, if this is the point you want to hide yourself and everything, give me a stealth check. And good luck with that disadvantage on your stealth check, I might add.
Yeah, she's in her armor.
Do I have disadvantage as well?
No, you are not wearing the armor that Letlana's wearing, so you're fine. I think. Hold on, let me check.
Come on.
Nope, you're fine.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
There's my rolls.
Ignore the.
Good. Wait, are you trying to hide yourself also, Phoenix?
Yes.
Why are you trying to hide yourself is the question. Answer the DM for me, dear.
Because I don't want to have to answer about Letlana.
Well, all right. I'm gonna have fun with this then. Let's see. What Letlana's stealth check? Letlana, you haven't given me a stealth check yet. Are you gonna hide or no?
They rolled
did.
an 8, but it didn't show up.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it didn't. Okay, yeah. Let me roll a perception
It's
check.
because
Go ahead.
I was saying I was trying to troubleshoot issues on my side. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
And
So an 8 on your stealth check. So Phoenix, as you kind of like, as the night has progressed, the children and everything, most of the time, like, most of the people have kind of like since like scattered. You've got a few children that are kind of like more interested in like throwing tantrums and like the parents kind of appeasing them. And that's when Matilda kind of like walks out and she's like, "Oh, here you go, dearies. How about some feed for the little ones so that you can and get one last hurrah and pets in for them, hey? Here's Archibald, come here, sweetie. Where is your mama? Come find your mama for me." As Archie kind of like wanders around, like sniffing the ground and such. He kind of like runs. He can't find you though with your stealth check, and such. Before he kind of like wanders, he also can't find Letlana either. But he does run up to a little group that's coming up. As the guard kind of like has gotten in front as Archibald has gotten out of the the pen area and such, and has straight run up to Letlana's parents and the guard and such. And Matilda's like, "Oh, Archibald, you come back here right now, young man." And you see from your little hiding spots, both of you, who Letlana not as quietly as you wanted to with your 8. Your father and mother, along with a guard, all draped in kind of like the sigil of your house. As what is your mom's name and your dad's name?
Dad's name is sorry. 2 seconds.
1, 2.
I have it in my notes.
3, 4.
Baron Jonah Hellgraven.
Okay, so Jonah, Baron Jonah, and your mom's name?
I hadn't thought of hers.
I can give her a name. It's okay.
That's fine. Go ahead and give her a name because I hadn't thought of a name for her.
Okay.
The half-elf father would be the more prominent member in society because he's
right. But more for like the family purposes, your mom was kind of more of the centerpiece in my idea. So, but Baron Jonah kind of like looks down and he's like not invested, but he's like looking at a hellhound puppy kind of running around. And he's just like, "My God, what the No, honestly, and then he kind of like, as Matilda has walked up, it's like, oh, pay the puppy no mind. Come here, Archibald. I'll forgive him. He's just very wary without his mother being around, and everything. As she like turns around and everything, everybody in the area kind of hears a gruff, Phoenix, come and get Archibald immediately. But in that process, as Matilda, Letlana, as you're like ducking your head back behind like a bale of hay and everything and such, that your eyes come into contact with your mother, who her eyes flick right at you, and then she looks away towards Matilda, but she saw you.
Letlana's going to give us a very quiet shit.
But anyways, so again, Phoenix, do you go out and collect your dog?
Yes.
As you walk out, Matilda kind of like hand in one cane in her cane, like one hand in cane, one hand like arm holding Archibald. As she hands her to you, she's like, oh dearie, I think it's time for Archibald to get ready for bed because the main event time, the show is about to begin at the main event, and I'm pretty sure nobody here wants to meet Miss Grip's big performance today. And she says, and how do you do, you two, and good guard of the family of the Hellgravens? Is there anything we can help you with? And at this point, after being denied twice by two different people, Letlana, you just hear your father's voice. He's just, right. Well, you see, our daughter has run away from home a long time ago. Oh, and my wife here has said that she has been running with a circus, it looks to appear here. So I'm very much just out here to appease my wife's delusions. And I'm looking for my daughter, Letlana. Have you seen her? So far, I've heard from two different Minotaur that I would have to ask someone above them. And I don't know. And as he continues to droll on, kind of like being snippy about this entire situation, like he clearly doesn't want to be here. This is more for like your mother's sake and such. Matilda's just like, all right, young man, I understand that you're looking for someone very dear for you. Yeah. And she like has since like cold shouldered his ass to look at your mom. And both Phoenix and Letlana can hear this as she goes, my dear, I really am sorry that your daughter is not with you at home. I unfortunately cannot tell you if I have a Letlana here. There is no Letlana inside of my little sanctuary here full of animals and such. And the caretakers, as she kind of pats your shoulder, Phoenix, and she's, my caretakers take very good care of the animals. And if I had anyone by the name of Letlana with astounding beauty such as you, young one, I think I would quite remember her. And okay then. I am trying to tell a story, whoever's snickering over there. But anyway, so Jonah kind of just like Baron Jonah kind of just like, right, okay, I think we've had enough here. And I am not too fond of the smell. Come along, Savalia. And Savalia kind of like stands there rooted in place. And she pulls something out and hands it to Matilda. And she's like, thank you so much for your insight, dear one. I truly appreciate it. And she walks away. And then with that, Matilda will walk out, like walk back and go behind the hay bales that you're hiding at Letlana. And how are you feeling? How do you feel right now?
She's currently leaning against the hay bales, hand over her face, one hand over her face, the other crossed underneath it, and she's like, shit.
She reaches, grabs your wrist that's covering your face, and pulls it down. And she says, never in my life, dearie, Have I seen anyone look so afraid of a mother who is in loss and in mourning? Do you not see what I see, dear?
I do, but I don't know if it's for me or my brother.
She slides, she palms, like hands off like a parchment that's kind of folded in an envelope, and the envelope has the signet, like pressed wax seal of the Hellgraven symbol, and she says, "Now your father is right shits. I can gladly say that, but your mother, I heard in her voice a woman who is deeply, deeply trying to find her daughter. But that's all I'm going to say to you, dearie. Now, I suggest that you go and get yourself ready for the main event. I hear that Grip is going to be fighting an owlbear tonight. 8, and it should be a wonderful performance." And she walks off. And she does walk up to like Phoenix. If you haven't left from your like location, she's like, "Go put Archibald and get ready for the main event. I'm heading there now." And she has then started walking towards the main event tent.
Thank you, Granny.
Letlana's going to take the moment to open the letter.
We'll get to that later. I promise you that we will get to that later. And such. I have chugged 2 full wine bottles full of water. I need to go to the bathroom again, so I'll be right back.
Woo.
Don't fall in.
Chaos time.
Don't overflow.
I've
Make
had
sure to
a
wash your
4
hands.
ounces of water myself. I should go pee too. I'll be back.
I need to drink more water.
Maybe institute a 5-minute commercial break in the future.
Nah, don't run commercials. But if you wanna take a break, if you wanna go to the bathroom, now would be the time.
We'll add him in post.
Or honestly,
I've
if
I've
it's
just
not
been
your
taking my laptop into the bathroom with me. Thank God for push to talk.
oh my goodness.
I mean, I just popped y'all on my phone.
Listen, priorities.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
all
say also
understand.
if it's not your turn in the scene, you could also go just say "be right back" bathroom in the chat and go to the bathroom. You don't have to wait.
What?
I mean, that's what I did.
What?
Noted.
DM doesn't have that power.
No, I have to fully tell you guys if I have to step
Yep.
away. It's not fun. I am the center of the attention, and I hate it. All right. Has anybody else left? Are we all here?
I think we had one person leave
I
for a
believe-
moment.
Phoenix went to the
Phoenix,
bathroom.
Phoenix said she'd be right back.
And,
Okay,
and
well-
on that, I do have a point of order, DM. I feel bad.
I read your
Varl would
message.
Feel bad.
I read your message. Don't you
Okay.
worry. Don't you worry, child. Heaven's got a plan for you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You say it like he
Heaven's
gets
got a
certain
plan
kinda
for you.
way. Ah,
That's ominous.
Well.
Anyways, cutting to the north, Keratin. This is where, like, as you have left the Bazaar Bargains and kind of like the search for the Ringmaster and such, you know how to get to the Ringmaster's room easily. It's so crowded inside this area as people.
Keratin's going to, while it's a crowded tent, this is like the big tent and everything, he's going to do like, kind of like maintenance check, more humane check, make sure that the quote-unquote freaks have water, they're doing okay.
So let me kind of explain the hows and whats of FreakShow Frenzy's main tent here and such. Imagine kind of a situation of like a four-walled room, and one of the walls is just pure see-through glass, like kind of like a zoo exhibit. There's a door and such. Everybody who needs things, they've got their food, they've already eaten before, like the main tent here opened and such, but like they've got like glasses of water and such, oh, there's like kind of like I wouldn't necessarily say like a mic like it's kind of like a microphone kind of situation where if somebody wants to ask a question and everything and stuff, they'll hold like a like a little crystal microphone up, ask a question, and then the person inside of the thing all will answer the question. But for the most part, that microphone is kind of like pushed away when situations of like jeering or like disgusting talk comes from them, as like mocking is like normalcy here. These people put themselves for a show of look at the freaks, look at the dwarf that has no facial hair and everything. Look at the 600-pound elf that should be skin and beautiful and proper and such and everything. Like the window it can hide voices, it cannot hide the eyes. So these guys, like everybody inside of each of these like special privatized rooms and everything,
I'm
and
back.
such, they can't hear it most of the time, but they could see everything. And as you kind of like walk through, kind of like doing the maintenance and everything and checking up on people and such, you hear like the whispers. It's not even, you don't even need to make a perception check of people just being all of like the disgusting that people would normally be towards people that look different. This is kind of like the thing that Keratin would hate in society.
I
But
think I think for Keratin, he would be basically providing aftercare. Like, if they needed any kind of like, if they felt really like I'm at my limits, I think Keratin would be the one to remind them that they're valid, that they're still a person, that they are cherished and loved.
Man.
And he would be making sure that they, are in good health and everything, and
Man,
basically
how to
cheer them
really
on to keep
180.
them going.
Man, really had to 180 yourself in a circus and everything here. But yeah, so as you kind of like pass through, I was gonna have you kind of like go through the crowd unnoticed and stuff, but you're gonna be noticed by everybody in the crowd and
Well,
such
is
as you
there
kind of like
question? Is there like a walkway that they're not able to get to, like a back entrance? Because these rooms would probably have like doors in the back of them, right?
Yes, no, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay,
Like,
okay, okay.
if you are giving them care during this entire situation and everything, the people are gonna see you because they're watching these rooms.
Yeah, okay.
So you poke your head in with each of them and give your
Hello.
words of encouragement and such before continuing to move down through the hallway and such. And you eventually kind of see like the both hallways are connected, but there's like there's like two guards that stand at the entrance of like where the back area of the rooms are. And one of them looks down and is just, what are you doing?
I need to see the boss.
The ringmaster's not really seeing anyone tonight.
He'll see me.
Okay, if you want to go for it, don't forget it's just down the left. Or sorry, down the right. Look, they're not smart. They're strong. That's the point.
And he'll nod. He'll think, okay, right. We'll go right. See what happens.
Yeah.
If it's wrong,
you
he'll
go
just yell
right.
at somebody.
You go right, and again, there's another bend, but you do see kind of like red rope and like how do I explain this? Like, movie theaters kind of like have like the
Yeah.
sectioned off like ropes. You see one, and that goes directly to the ringmaster's office and everything. The door is closed shut. So like there's a little bit of like wiggle room about like 10 feet from the rope to his room.
I think I can wiggle it.
So you're just gonna kind of like ignore the rope and go under and keep walking?
Yeah.
The moment you make 5 feet of movement, give me a perception check.
I like perception checks. I'm really, really good at it. No, I'm not. I guess I'm good at it this time, though.
Oh, that's fine and everything. Give me a dex save with advantage.
Ha!
Yes, keep pushing your luck.
I will. It's never gonna fail me, right?
Hey, that 8 and everything. You make 5 feet purchase as you pass under the red velvet rope and everything before you hear the sound of feet landing on the floor behind you. And then the deck save was not enough as you feel a cold blade press against your neck. And you hear, "So, looks like the little one decides that he's going to ignore other people yet again. What do you want, Keratin?"
Listen. Time's almost up and I need to talk. Tonight's the only night. Those are your rules, not mine.
But if the ringmaster says that he doesn't want anyone to talk to tonight, including the elders of FreakShow Frenzy, and he presses it closer to your throat, like me, or Celeste, or Matilda, then we follow those rules.
So
I don't think you truly understand kind of the precarious situation that FreakShow Frenzy is kind of in. Even though you've made a pact with the ringmaster.
not
at this
yet.
point-
That pack
And-
can still be ripped up.
It's night. You've got like an hour. Are you try? And he's like, "Oh, are you trying to stop the pact? Is that what you're trying to do?"
I told you it was important.
Well, by all means, then. And he holds out like a finger, and in the brightest flash, you see red and white and gold, and then a piece of paper, and he opens it in front of you. Well, by all means, this is your pact, and you can read over it right now. Rip it up in front of me.
Okay, who is this guy? He's not the
you want-
ringmaster.
No, he's not. But he did say a key clue of like an elder, like me, or Matilda, or Celeste. There are 3 elders in the Freak Show Frenzy.
Hmm. God dang it. So he has the contract in his hands, right?
You have you have your contract in your hands, yes.
Okay.
You need just rip it up in front of me. I'm an elder. The ringmaster sees everything through my eyes, just like he sees everything through Matilda and Celeste's eyes.
He's going to immediately turn around and face this person.
You see Boblin. And you see he is an insight check. And you know what? Take it with advantage, sweetheart. Add 5 to it. So advantage with a +5. Plus your other
I didn't need
or
it. Dirty
it's a
20.
nat 20, isn't it? Oh, dirty 20? So isn't that so? Yeah, so a 25 and everything and stuff like that. Let's see. Your relationship with Boblin the Goblin has been nothing but toxic, strained, temperamental. Elders are generally respected inside of like the Freak Show Frenzy and such. So, it's kind of like it's kind of been like a tense situation of every situation that you've been in with Boblin has been in a fight between the two of you, and him like respecting the ringmaster with hand over foot and such, and respecting Freak Show Frenzy since the very first moment he's met you, and you have kind of been for lighter terms disrespectful to the ringmaster. And when he and kind of with that 25 insight check, like it's kind of a situation of Ringmaster doesn't want to see anybody. You want to rip up your contract before it finally sets in stone. He will gladly give it to you just to fuck off. And so he looks at you. Right. So, contract in your hand. Absolutely rip it up. You have, as he pulls out like a little pocket watch, 1 hour. But again, I should also reiterate, Ringmaster doesn't want to see anybody tonight.
I'm going to reiterate. You said he could see everything through your eyes, right?
Correct.
He could hear everything.
Correct.
This is going to get really weird. And I apologize. And he's going to look into this goblin's eyes directly, not blinking at all. Well, he's got his mask on.
I was about to say, you have a mask on,
Yeah,
so
he doesn't see it, but ever since that night when you took on the dragon's form, the amethyst dragon, that was the father of my people. I've been remembering things. And I remember we were a proud people. We were honorable, loyal to a fault. And somewhere along the line, I forgot all of that. But you reminded me.
But who are you talking? Are you talking to me or are you talking to the Ringmaster? Because I hate your guts.
That's fine. Don't interrupt.
What?
That's rude.
Sorry. Continue.
I saved your life, so give me this one thing. And he's going to... You have people here. People I consider family. At every test I've put you through, you've did the unthinkable. Things that a friend of mine thought that you couldn't be a... God damn, it's hard to do this. Sorry. Word.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine thinks that you're potentially a really bad person. But I don't think you are. I don't think any bad person would save children that he doesn't sire. And I don't think the dragon that helped bring me into this world would desire me to wipe out an entire people. And as such, I'm terminating the contract with you.
So you're gonna rip the contract up then?
And then he proceeds to rip up the contract.
Okay.
But
No. There's no but. And he, has now put the dagger away, patted your head, and says, "Take a lot of guts to look at me and say that, tell that, you know, the ringmaster will understands completely. Uh, I don't though, and I need another deck save.
Oh, the petty goblin.
Normal, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, like you can fully see what he's doing at this point.
Beat an 18.
Okay, he has pulled out essentially some rope and everything, and he says, well, seeing as you kind of backed up for a few feet, we could do this the easy way or the hard way, Kobold. You could either leave the Freak Show Frenzy tent now, or I won't be as gentle as I was about to be.
Can I at least say one more thing?
No, I don't want to hear it anymore. You want me here? Let me say my piece now. The understanding is that you respect and you truly you truly think that the ringmaster is a good person, and you understand everything that he's doing, that he does not care for any harm for anyone, including the children or any of his family inside of this city, as we call it, a city or the circus. And you would willingly rip up the contract for him. You're not family to me. You're not family to anybody here. In fact, I should also mention, by the way, for everybody else that's in the part, like, you guys don't know this, but you feel a feeling that kind of feels wrong just now for everybody that has a contract with the ringmaster. Solus, you won't feel this, but everybody else who has who has made a contract with the ringmaster has just kind of felt like something feels wrong on the inside of each of your bodies. And the goblin continues to just see, I don't understand any of you. What is your motivations? Nothing. You are literally just a chaos imp who just wants to do what they want to do. Make yourself the center of every attention in this entire freak show frenzy. And I'm not having it anymore. You're not going to harm my ringmaster. You're not going to harm my family. And no one here wants to listen to you. Especially me. So, last chance. And he pulls out a dagger now. Leave this tent and go back to where you are stationed, or I get physical with you.
He's going to turn and start walking.
And he will watch you the entire way you walk. Wait, which way are you walking? Like to leave?
Yeah, to leave.
Okay. And he will watch you leave.
But he's going to pull up a copper wire when he rounds the corner.
Okay.
And going to say to Boblin, I never said I didn't care, asshole.
Give me your AC, please.
I wasn't done.
No, you can continue and everything. I'll wait until you're completely done.
Okay.
With your message spell.
My AC's 12.
Okay.
I'm a little man.
You a little man. What else were you gonna say?
And if my friends truly believe in the ringmaster, what he does... God, my voice. I'm going to support them and the ringmaster. No matter what.
A dagger flies through the air and like barely misses your head. And when it lands inside of like the tent, kind of like sticking into like the wall, a little piece of like paper like just opens up, unfurls, and you see I don't care. Grip, my friend, we have ignored you long enough.
Hey.
It is main event time. We have as by the way, everybody is able, if they want to and everything. They have since shut down because now we're at the thick of the main event tent. Anybody who wants to leave their stationed areas are allowed to go to the main event tent and everything. Everybody is allowed free access to the show. That's part of the troop. So, if anybody wants to go to the main event, you absolutely can. Letlana, if you do move, however, I will need a stealth check.
Yeah, because your
Is
parents are still.
Kavaro going to the show?
Yes. And more
Okay,
than
then
likely,
Cameron.
I'd ask you if you wanted to come with me.
I think
Yeah.
Celeste would also kind of put her foot down and be like, go see the main events. Don't stay cooped up in a room all day.
Yeah.
Cameron, he's like, okay, I'll go. And he kind of just, he kind of hugs close to Kavaro, just like for protection, because he's just like, I feel more comfortable being around someone big and strong to keep me safe.
Ooh la la. No, but yeah, no. Letlana, are you going to the main event?
Yeah, she.
Give me that stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Yeah, she got a 19.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. Where?
I already did it.
Weird.
it-
Why does
It's because I have. It's because I have the. It's. I'm rolling on D&D Beyond. I have the dice turned off with the
Oh, okay.
extension trying to control my CPU, but when I'm rolling with disadvantage on D&D Beyond, it's not catching it and sending it over for some reason.
That's okay. So Cameron, Letlana, Phoenix, are you going to the main event tent to watch a Mr. Grip Studwell?
Yes, but I can't move my token.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's like player icons are so big that I just can't grab it.
I've moved your token. Try to move it.
Well, hold on, now I gotta get to where I can move on the map again. There we go.
Keratin,
There
are you?
is an option to turn those off. If you, when you get a chance, hit the gear on Roll20, and then go to audio and video, and click both others and I can hear and see to none, and it'll be just the names. Or sorry, under audio, video display, player video avatar size, put the name only.
Oh my god, that's a game changer. Thank you. Okay, let me try this. Oh my god, I can move my token.
You can also use
Okay.
your arrow keys to move as well.
You can do that too.
Well, she has
Okay.
to have the token selected to be able to do that, I think.
I did not know about the arrow keys. That is okay. That's nice.
Yay. Keratin's helpful.
Okay.
For
Just
once.
get yourself situated next to everybody else. Perfect. Keratin, are you going to the main event?
Yes.
Because you kind of do hear the roaring crowd of, everybody else.
Do I see these errand people wandering around still? Do I see?
They're definitely there's definitely quite a few like people in like church attire and everything, kind of like walking around, looking at things inside of the area. Like nobody's got like none of them have gone inside any of the tents or inside any of the areas and such. So they've always stayed out. So like there is technically 2 people at the main event tent entrance, but they have not gone inside.
Yeah, he would definitely go in, but just kind of be mindful of, because he would probably know that symbol after this long amount of time.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't you like know a symbol of a god? Sorry, why wouldn't you know a symbol of a god?
Well, he treats his god like his friend. But
Anyways,
I think,
as
yeah.
Yeah, as you move and everything, one of the members has like put his arm out and goes, excuse me, little uh healer, I'm assuming?
No, Mark Sue.
Oh, right. Sir Gnome. My name is Martin, and my friend over there is named Agatha, and such. We're looking for some individuals that have come into the city of Macquarie and then left after after an earthquake happened and such. Do you by chance know anything that happened earlier today about that situation?
You mean the earthquake and all that?
Yes, but like a little bit later.
Oh, you mean the big angel out of the sky and all that?
Yes.
That was crazy, right?
Um.
I mean,
uh,
you don't just see something like that every day. It's
Right, yes, no. So we are members of the Church of Aaron, and we're trying to kind of understand the situation, and we're kind of looking for the individual that summoned an angel of Aaron and such. Uh, and
oh
we
right. Aaron does
yes,
have churches, I guess.
uh, yeah. Are you not from any of the major cities?
No. Oh goddamn. No.
I love that. Give me a performance check and everything. No, I'm kidding. And it's
No.
that's full truth and everything. And he's just right. But have you been in the cities? Because like the religious districts, like the glory of Aaron is kind of like widely known. Like sure, and Macquarie, Michael is more of the prominent deific figure, but Aaron still has a strong religious group inside of Macquarie.
Oh, is that right? Well, that's nice. I'm happy for him.
And he looked, okay, look, we're clearly not going to get anything out of this toxic little man here, so let him just pass. And he's just like, right, continue on. I'm sorry for bugging you. Solus. Everyone has gone to
Yes.
the main event for the like for Grip's performance and everything. Are you going to go to the main event tent also? At this point, Heather has kind of been like, okay, we've cleaned up here and everything. You can go if you want to go see Grip's performance today.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Then I'll be here waiting if you need anything, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
We
and
need
good.
any-
She definitely hands you like because she did get the honey that she wanted to get and everything. She's like, here, this is for some individuals. Just you know, pass them out to your friends and everything. And she gives you like some baklava squares.
awesome.
And she's just like, just you know, remember to chew it and everything because it does get chewy and everything. It's really and she kind of points over to like one of the older kind of like individuals that's in the food tent and everything who's been like really trying his best with his like 7 out of his 32 teeth and everything to eat this baklava. And she's like, he's been trying for the past hour. It's like gum to him. So just remember, it's just really chewy. So just be careful, okay? Hey, more so if you give it to any of the minotaurs who don't have like fangs like canines like we do. Or like I do. Sorry, I forget. You're also a minotaur. Haha, tee me silly. She's like, just be careful. It could take a while to chew.
Leaves a deep chuckle, and then yeah, he'll take the stuff and then make his way to the big top. Then
I like her.
As you kind of like, so everyone gets to the main event tent and everything, and Grip, you are like standing. You're not out on the main ring yet and everything. Everybody's kind of watching as like the ending of like a big acrobat troupe is kind of finishing up and everything and stuff. Like we're talking like tight ropes at the top, no nets at the bottom, people jumping through flaming hoops, like the full smorgasbord and everything. There's the cheers and jeers of everybody in around, and you see Goric kind of standing at the bottom as the troop finally like gets down, bows and everything to the cheers and such. He's like, All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting for it all night. It's our one and only Grip Studwell, the master of the beast. And a cheer comes from the crowd as you walk out into the arena and everything. And as Gorax just continues, he says, "Right, we've got 2 wonderful performances for today. Hey, should Grip defeat our first main beast of the day, a displacer beast?" As he snaps his fingers, and you see a cage kind of open in front of you. And I don't know if you know what a displacer beast looks like. But like, imagine like a panther with like,
Tentacle kitty.
huh?
Tentacle kitty.
Sure, yeah, we can go with that and everything because you're absolutely right.
I've never seen one.
Hold on,
Yes.
copy
Tentacle
image,
kitty.
They're adorable.
save image. There, that's what they look like on Discord, by the way, and such.
Oh, cool.
This creature like walks out and everything. It's been part of like Freak Show Frenzy for a long while and everything. And stuff. It knows like this is like while this is a fight technically, this is not a fight for survival. So it's not going to try and kill you, but it will protect itself. And it kind of sits there, licks a paw for a second before standing back up on all of its legs, and like gets low, getting ready. Hey, give me an initiative check really quickly.
So,
So,
if I may, sorry. Keratin's gonna be about 60 feet away in the audience, kind of in the back, watching over this fight. Just in case.
Kind of like how everybody is sitting 60 feet away in the tent.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. So, Displacer Piece is going to go first because it did roll higher in its initiative. And it does jump at you and such. What is your AC?
16.
I roll with strength. And I rolled a 12. Yeah, it as it jumps at you, it's gonna miss. Oh wait, I do have to make a multi-attack because it does attack with both of its tentacles. Well, and everything. 16. That's a 4. It's a 4. Okay. Well, it misses all of its attacks and everything as it lunges at you. And you definitely dodge basically as like its claws like try to reach you and stuff. You move to the side and 2 tentacles kind of sweep at you. Again, you just bash them away. It's your turn.
I will swing back with an unarmed strike.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yeah, garbage.
That is an 8. 8. Yeah, no, it's not gonna connect as it kind of like backs away and everything. It doesn't move like a full 5 feet, but it kind of like just backs away, like ducking from your hits and such. And it's gonna go again. Let's to make a saving throw. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna swing its 3 hits. No, 1 will hit, 1 does not hit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you, my good sir, will take 6 damage as it struck you with one of its tentacles.
Okay.
And then it's your turn. By the way, I should also mention your objectives here and everything are one of 2 things. Either knock the creature that you are fighting out or throw it out of the ring as you usually do in like kind of a grapple situation to kind of like make the creature submit in front of the crowd.
All right. I will attempt to grapple.
Okay. I will attempt an athletics check.
It's spicy.
What did you get? I got a 14.
I had a 22.
Okay, you have a. How are you holding this creature?
Up over the top, and then hands down around over its shoulders to its rib cage, trying to get like a bear hug going.
Okay, but its mouth is like closer to your legs then?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to do now that you have the creature grappled?
I will attempt a suplex. Kind of chuck it back over behind me.
Give me. It's kind of weird. I need an athletics check because you're basically throwing the creature. And I mean, at this point, it's going to be an acrobatics check for him as it gets thrown. So yeah, give me an.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Damn.
Man, I'm loving this. All right, I'm gonna make my acrobatics check really quickly. Doesn't do that well with this, so oh man, you. So your idea of like suplexing backwards to throw this creature out of the ring and such, you essentially kind of like grab and like kind of how it said like it was shown in that GIF of somebody swinging at a displacer piece and you just kind of see like a hazy image appear. When you go to grapple this creature, you reach down and everything, and like everybody in the audience kind of sees like a mirroring shaky image of the displacer beast before you fully just grab it and everything. You fought this thing multiple times. This is not your first time fighting this displacer beast and such. It's just still a great thing to kind of show and such as you basically like effed backwards and kind of like instead of throwing it on its back on the ground, you let go last second as you lean as you like basically like throw it, and as it goes launching into like outside of the ring and such, the cage that was on the other side has moved in such a rapid pace that the cage gets right behind where the displacer piece is about to land, and it lands in the cage, and the cage door shuts. The crowd goes fucking crazy. Like this is exactly what they like. There's screams like grab, 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 grab. Everyone loves what happened here. But yeah, so Korak is just standing there. This Goliath just going, "Yep, that's exactly what we're here to see, ladies and gentlemen." And all right, now for a tale and for a wonderful performance as a bigger cage gets led out into the stage. Letlana, Phoenix, everybody in the audience sees it's Mama Owlbear as it basically just like is at this point and everything kind of like not enjoying the attention of like what's happening and such. He like the Goliath basically is just like we found this owl bear out in the wilderness. It's just a few days ago, and we're going to watch our grand Grip Studwell truly tame this beast. And
this should be good.
with a snap of a finger, the owl bear is released, and it immediately tries to jump at you. It's not waiting. It doesn't get a surprise round. It's still going to get initiative. So if you beat its initiative, you basically get to have fun for first hit, obviously.
Okay. Also, during the introduction, as I know what's coming next, I will grab the potion that the ringmaster gave me, and I will drink it.
Okay. All right. I gave you the fire giant, right?
Correct. Will this let me edit this momentarily? I hate that D&D Beyond doesn't show up on my
Kick his butt, Grip!
I can change it for you. All you have to do is reload.
That'd be good. Thank you. It cuts off the right side of my screen.
All right, now just reload your thing really quickly. And it should show you a 25. Okay. Owlbear is going to roll initiative, and I need you to roll initiative also.
12.
You're going to go first. So, Grip, an owlbear has lunged at you at this point. Beak and claws ready to rip you apart. You are the first person that it sees getting out of this jail cell that it's been in for 3 days. 2 days. What are you going to do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to start off by invoking the frost rune on my helmet.
Okay. Your mask?
Yep. Oh, my mask, okay. Yeah. When I invoke this rune, for 10 minutes, I gain a +2. Is it cut off on here too? I'm hating D&D Beyond right now.
You said frost rune. Let's see. So while wearing, okay, you invoke the rune as a bonus action to increase your sturdiness for 10 minutes. You gain a +2 of bonus to all ability checks and saving throws that use strength or con. Ooh, that's gross. Okay. When you use it, you cannot use it until after you finish a short or long rest. What? All right. Continue. Go ahead.
That's good. And I will, I'll start off by throwing a punch at the owlbear.
All right. Roll to hit.
Teach it who's boss, hopefully. 27.
You hit. Roll your damage.
Does a 27 hit?
14 damage.
Oh my god.
You might kill an owlbear. She hasn't eaten in a while, so she's actually got a level of exhaustion, funny enough. So, you said how much damage did you do?
14. And
That's
I'll let the owlbear get a turn.
Okay. They're gonna go for a full wide. I'm gonna try to tear you apart. Right. It's so I'm gonna roll my 2d20. First one hits. And the second one she got a 15. Does that 15 hit you?
16 to beat.
Okay, so it's gonna just give you a beak attack, not a claw attack. So 1d10. Okay. You take 7 points of damage as it like you've punched it and like it went reeling, and as that happened, it like tries to swipe at you, but you like dodge to the right away from its swipe, only for its beak to basically grab your leg and tear as like a chunk of you comes out. It is your turn.
Now as a bonus action, I will use Giant's Might. If I am smaller than large, I now become large. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And one on each of my turns. An attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike deals an extra 1d6 to the target. So for 1 minute.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
Minotaur get big.
Yeah.
And I will attempt to grapple the owlbear.
Okay, give me an athletics check, and I will counter with my own athletics check, because it is a creature of power and not a creature of grace.
And you get advantage.
Wait, I get advantage? No, I don't.
No, he does.
Add a 2 for that.
Yeah.
And then add a 2 for that for the frost rune at the 26.
I did not get a nat 20. So you have now essentially wrapped an arm around this creature's neck and other arm. What are you going to do now that you've grappled it?
I will attempt to start pulling it to the center of the ring for all to see.
Okay. All right. I'm going to attempt a counter grapple really quickly. So give me this is going to be, oh my god, it has to just be athletics. So we're just going to keep doing this. Give me another athletics with advantage.
And
Again,
27.
I didn't get a fucking nat 20, so yeah, it tries like it's digging its claws into the ground to stop you as you are dragging it to the center of the stage, or the arena basically, and like it can't even really even wiggle its neck to bite at you as you continue to pull it. So you've made it to the center of the stage. What are you gonna do now?
Let's see. So I guess this would count at the start of my turn, or no?
Yeah, this is now the beginning of your turn.
Okay. At the start of my turn, unarmed fighting grapple. At the start of my turn, it can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to one creature grappled by me.
Okay.
For free. So it's a bonus 1 damage.
Okay.
Let's see if I got it by the head and around the neck. I will attempt to lift the owlbear straight up and attempt to give it a pile driver.
Oh.
Imagining this. I'm looking at an owlbear's like description and everything, and it kind of gives me like, okay, you're large. I forgot that. All right, give me your athletics check. I regret giving you that potion of fire strength at this point.
Yes,
25.
Go! Go!
Oh my god. Counter athletics.
It's a little unfair at this point.
And okay, so you've lifted it in the air and you're gonna pile drive. Okay. It's not an unarmed strike and everything and such, So I'm gonna let you do an unarmed strike, but I'm gonna make a con check for this creature as it's struggling at this point. Go ahead and make do your damage.
Okay. 10.
Okay.
Jeez.
And then I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, hold on, I forgot the.
Oh yeah, you forgot the plus the D6.
Where's that clack? Extra 1d6 for being roided
Clickety
out.
clackety.
That's a bonus.
Oh my
6.
god, Max.
Clickety clackety. Okay, yeah. So you lift it, and as it basically is like, it looks like it's about to go backwards, like you were gonna do another suplex and everything, and such, but you basically stop it by moving your arm from under its own arm to its back before like slamming down. You fall on your ass, but like at the same time, its head gets slammed into the ground. I'm gonna make a con check for this poor thing. What's its con save? Okay.
Letlana's looking at this and going, and hand on her face, like, this is going to be so much work later to get her back up to health to let her free.
Yeah, and as you hear the land and everything, you hear a crunch, and the body just kind of like teeter for a second before falling forward, like backwards onto its like stomach, and it's unconscious. You've slammed it so hard into the ground that the owlbear is just fully unconscious on the ground. And again, erupting cheers and everything from like the entirety of the crowd as
Except for Letlana.
except for Letlana.
Oh
as
no,
Grip
Cameron's also just like, oh my god, that poor Alf.
We gotta save her babies!
So there's a few people like of like a variety that's kind of just like quieted out as everyone else is cheering and such, as yet again Grip Studwell has felled 2 mighty beasts in front of their very eyes and such. And Gorak just has like since walked forward, grabbed you, picked you up, and everything. Again, much larger than this Goliath at this point, as he lifts your arm in the air, and he's like slides his hand down to kind of push your elbow up to kind of get it fully up. And like WWE or boxing, like arm in the air, everyone's cheering. You hear the grip, 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 and such. And yeah, the owlbear is like picked up by like a few attendees and everything, put back in its cage and everything. Lots of food is like placed around the owlbear for when they wake up and such. And he kind of like looks at you and said, "You want to say a few words to the crowd?"
I didn't prepare a speech.
You prepared a speech, or you haven't prepared a speech?
I have not prepared a speech.
It's just like you don't normally speak to the crowd. I'm just seeing if you wanted to say something this time. It's okay. You don't have to.
No, just flex.
You're just flexing all of your muscles and everything. Swoons from the audience. Oh my! Hey, and such. And like people are starting like again, like performers have come out and everything to kind of like spotlight on you as they perform around you and such. This is kind of like the ending act and such. This like it looks like it should take only a few seconds, but like we're fluffing this for like D&D like cases and everything for like a circus standpoint. This took like 25 to 30 minutes of you wrestling a displacer beast into 25 to 30 minutes of you literally fighting an owlbear. This didn't take like 8 seconds or like 12 seconds because that would be very boring, right? We want to get circus here and such. And as like individuals, like the troop is mostly going to sit here and kind of like continue to watch and everything because at this point it's like ending time. Everyone's going to be leaving Freak Show Frenzy and such. And as people start leaving, I need a perception check for everybody that's at Freak Show Frenzy's main event tent. Are the horns in that flexing also?
Yes, it is.
Gross. I need a perception check for everybody in the main event tent, please.
It's too loud for Letlana.
I got a 23.
Well, at this point, it has started to get quieter, like as like the crowds have started to leave and such. At this point, it's only the troop who's kind of like at like everyone is kind of like on the stage, kind of like congratulating you, Grip, and such. So that's why you have a 2. So 9, 9, 17 to 23, 6, 8. Interesting that you got 220.
I'll just say that Lana's kind of distracted by the going through what she'll have to do later for the owlbear mama.
Borax just like, you know that we're letting the owlbear leave tonight, right? We're not keeping her any longer.
Yes, but I want to make sure she's healthy enough to fend for herself again.
We put herbs inside of the meat so that when she eats it, she'll get full. And she pats your shoulder like, I know you haven't been here that long and everything. It's gonna be okay. Hey, I promise.
She'll look at him and say she hasn't been eating.
Thanks. It's just like, well, I guess we could get Grip to force feed her one of the slabs of meat. Anyways, hey, so as this conversation's happening, Solus, have you handed out the baklava to everybody in the party?
Yeah.
So everyone's got like a nice piece of baklava. Everyone is kind of like relaxing. Does anybody go to the stage to Grip and everything?
I would.
I think not. This is his moment. He's earned it.
Well, like, as in, like, this is just the troop kind of saying congratulations. Everyone else has left the arena.
Oh, then absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
Definitely.
I would follow as well.
Yeah, this is kind of like the celebratory. Like, we had a great day at Freak Show Frenzy. Lots of money was made, entertainment was given. It's great. And yeah, so as everybody kind of gets up to Grip and everything and starts like, some music gets played. It's not loud music and such like that, but it's enough to kind of like really show like, camaraderie and like love amongst each other and such. And then.
Oh no. I heard it end then.
We're about to have a music
That was a sinister and then.
And then.
And the music's kind of taking a dip too.
It does suck that I had to fully stop here for a second. Sorry.
That's good.
On bated breath.
Grip, you did great. I didn't even have to help you this time.
Okay, the music's taking an even darker turn.
As like
Oh no.
Gorak just like looks at it, it's like, what do you mean you've helped him this like previously? Grip has been doing this all by himself every time.
No. This time he had, I don't know what, but it was little extra. I didn't have to
Ooh.
use my spells at all.
We're not even gonna go into the perception check just yet. I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody in the party except Keratin. You have to beat a 10.
I get advantage on will saves.
It rolls 2 1s.
12.
Oh yeah, I think I get that advantage too. But I got a 13 anyway, so I'll just stick.
Yay!
Oh, poor
I sure did.
Solus.
I don't know what Cameron rolled so far.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, so everybody except for Solus passed this check and everything. However, even though you passed the check, everyone still feels, Keratin starts talking with you guys, like you guys are old friends, like normal, right? But everyone kind of feels like this feeling inside yourself. Oh, I see a 9. Oh, no, never mind. There's a second roll.
Yeah, I don't know why it's rolling multiple times for me on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond BS sometimes. Anyway,
yeah,
so
but the first one was a 16.
Yeah, but everybody in the group kind of like feels like this tension as if like a wall has been put up on you guys that's towards Keratin. Like,
Except for me, though, right?
oh, we'll get to you.
Okay.
Don't worry. But everybody else who passed this feels like you feel an uneasiness, like you can't really explain or understand. Grip and Cavaro, give me a history check.
Oh no.
You both have been part of the circus long enough. Well, okay,
got a
Cavaro.
16.
Grip, you've felt this feeling before inside the circus. This is kind of the feeling of it's a defensive measure from your best friend, if you want to call him that, from the ringmaster of this person who has that you have a wall up against now, kind of like a telepathic wall, decided before the 24 hours was up, they would cut the contract and have decided to not be part of the Freak Show Frenzy family. FFF, if you want to call it. And it's more of just a, hey, this person underwent the beginnings of joining the Freak Show Frenzy and then decided against it. So do with the information I'm giving you at this time. Cavaro, with that 2 in history and everything, you just know that this has happened before in history, but you don't really understand what this is about. And then we'll go to Solus, who failed the wisdom save. You feel as if like that the baklava that you've handed to your friends and everything as like a gift from Heather and such. When you try to hand it to Keratin, if you do try to give Keratin a block, you feel your hand pull back immediately. You don't give one to Keratin. And inside your head, you hear, he does not trust us or trust the ringmaster like you do. Oh, no, wait.
But
Solus doesn't fail, actually. I'm sorry.
yeah, because I don't have a
You
contract.
You don't have a contract or a pact and everything, so none of this affects you. What am I talking about? Ha, I'm dumb. And everything. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't affect you. You've given him the baklava, all that. But everybody who has a contract feels a way against Keratin, including Grip, that just doesn't. You don't feel comfortable with him in your presence. And then we get to the perception check now of everybody in the party. Please give me a perception check.
Wait, didn't we just
Another
roll
one?
that?
No, we rolled a wisdom check first, and then now we're doing a perception check.
No, we rolled.
Oh,
I
so
rolled. I
he's-
remember getting a 23 on
retconning the-
perception earlier.
Did I ask
He's
for a perception?
retconning that. Yeah, you
Hold
asked for
on.
the perception check before the wisdom save.
That's right, I did and everything. Okay, and you just had to beat 10. Who didn't get past the 10?
I did not get past 10.
I did
That's
not
right.
either.
Looks like Grip,
That's
Solus, and me,
okay. So anybody who did not
and
pass the perception check and everything,
Kavara.
you do not smell this as you smell the scent of burning in the air. Everybody who did pass the perception check smells the telltale signs of fire. As
Guys, does anyone else smell that? It smells like fire, like something's burning.
a few seconds
I
into you saying that, a individual that is a troop of Freak Show Frenzy hobbles in, and now everybody doesn't even need to make a perception check, smells blood, and this like an urgency has kind of like filled the room as this poor like halfling man kind of like limps in, holding his body, trying to keep himself like steady, and he says, "Where it's fire," and collapses.
Keratin would immediately rush over to him.
Everybody who's got it packed immediately gets a connection in their heads. It's the voice of the ringmaster, basically saying, "Freak Show Frenzy in danger. Fire has been set." Cavaro and the elders get an immediate signal change and everything of get everyone to the train now. And yeah, we will.
I said, oh, well, I was trying because I'll wait. Then I'm saying for the next action for whatever it's worth, so you have a heads up. Then Solus is going to race to the food place and try to make sure everybody's there and find all the children.
So you go outside.
Yeah.
Who else goes outside?
I do.
Letlana's gonna draw her sword and exit the tent.
Okay. I should also mention that everyone in the party, even though you guys have been kind of like doing important things that's not normally combat related, you guys are still wielding and like holding on to like your weapons and such. So you are absolutely by all means ready for combat. I'm not going to have you guys ever go from a situation that's like light and fun and airy to not having weapons on you, because that would just ask for trouble. So those who have run outside, you see the situation of Freak Show Frenzy is like engulfed in flames. The tops of tents have like flames as like the courtyard is like surrounded with individuals wearing the tabards of the Church of Aaron. And as you guys exit main event and everything, the only tent that's still not on fire and everything, and you see Martin and Agatha turn quickly, look at the people who have gotten out. The first person to leave was Solus and everything, and Martin has drawn his two-handed sword and said, "And this could have been easy. We could have just gotten the information, but no, you wanted to withhold it." And we're gonna cut session there.
What?
Wait, what?
We're gonna cut session there, and we're going to have a battle session next session.